What's up, food fanatics, and welcome to another video here in Istanbul. In today's video, I'm cleanly shaven, I'm starving, and I'm ready to go feast on some meat. Now, what we're gonna be doing specifically is we're gonna go get a bunch of grilled meats, some side dishes, and we're gonna devour them. So, join me along. Yo, okay, so I'm situated here in the restaurant. I just kind of want to show you a bit, guys, what the atmosphere like, because this is very unique, very different. It is a very historical building. You can kind of see from the walls behind me, and the place is pretty awesome. Now, also what I absolutely love about it is just pretty much the location, because I've got one hell of a view. So it's right on Istiklal Street, and you can pretty much just see the people walking by, and you have a very nice top-down view of the place, and even that famous red tram kind of passes right through under, and I can hear it every few minutes or so passing. Now, the other thing that I absolutely love about this place is that you get a ton of side dishes with the order of meat. This place pretty much specializes in getting sticks and pretty much a sheesh of grilled meats, livers, chicken, kebabs, and all of that. And the best part about it is that it comes loaded with a bunch of side dishes of veggies, grilled onions, some parsley, some yogurt, some chili paste, and I'll be sharing all of that with you as well. So they just brought me some of the side dishes and they look mouth-watering. That's the only way I would describe it. There is a ton of color right now on my table, and it's a bit hard to not start digging into these, especially because the meat is not here yet. I can still see them grilling the meat for me. I'm patiently waiting, and it's gonna be well worth the wait, but I know that when the food comes, I'm gonna be absolutely devouring. Okay, so the food is here, the meat is here. That's the most important part. This is absolutely delicious. I can smell it. I don't know how I can resist it so far, but I'm gonna introduce you guys to the bunch of dishes that I've ordered. Okay, so this is the grilled meat, and what I got is 5 skewers of grilled meat, and then also 5 skewers of liver. Now over here what we have is a bunch of grilled peppers, tomatoes, and onions, as you guys can see. This is the chili ezme, which is basically freshly chopped vegetables with some pomegranate vinegar that smells absolutely delicious. It's got a bit of a spice kick to it, I think. Now this thing they call it çoban salatası, which is basically freshly chopped vegetables, and that purple stuff on it I think is sumac, so it's a spice that they use quite commonly here. Now, what we have here is the patishlani yogurt, which is pretty much Turkish yogurt with some grilled eggplants and oregano, and that's the seasoning you see. And I think that's a bit of olive oil in the middle. Now, what we have here is the sumakli sogus, which is marinated onion with Turkish chili pepper. I can tell that this is going to be crazy flavorful. As well, what we have is just some fresh bread and a bunch of veggies, lemon, and parsley. Lastly, what we have here is ayran. Now, this is the national yogurt drink of Turkey, and pretty much it's a sour, cold, very refreshing drink that kind of cleanses the palate every bite. So, I'm ready to dig in, and I have my ayran. I'm gonna have my first sip of it. Oh, so good. It's so cold, sour, cleanses the palate, gets you ready for the food. So let's dig in. Okay. So I'm gonna grab a bit of my bread. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a bit of like the meat stick. You can kind of see it over here. We're gonna grab some. The first thing I'm gonna wanna dig into, I'm just gonna get a bit of this plate here of the salad with pomegranate, and let's dig in. Wow, very well cooked. I absolutely love the taste of the meat, and then on top of that, with the mixed freshly chopped veggies with the pomegranate, you can just taste it hit your mouth. So I'm gonna go in for my second bite here. Got a bit of bread. We're gonna go for just the meat skewer at this point. We're gonna just grab a bit. You can see I've got a few chunks in here. You're gonna wanna fill the bread. That way you get a lot of the flavor of the meat in it. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna dig it into here, into the yogurt. And then let's go in for a bite. I absolutely love it. What I really like is the taste of the yogurt, the sourness of it mixed with the meat. And there's a bit of olive oil here in my dish. And then it's just the whole flavor, it's so dynamic and it's so different than the one I just had previously, which is with the mix of veggies and all of that. It's absolutely delicious. Now, I'm gonna go in for a third bite here. We're gonna do liver. This is the liver skewer. Let's take it off. I love eating like this. I love eating with my hands. Look at this gigantic bite that I'm gonna have. And you know what I wanna go for here? I'm gonna go in for the peppered onions, specifically the one with the sumac, with the spiced chili peppers. We're just gonna do that. Ooh, I got a lot of onions. Look at this. Whoa. It's so flavorful. The onions aren't cooked, they're quite raw, they're just kind of cut up and seasoned, and there's a bit of like parsley in there. It's so freaking good. It has a lot of flavor just because of the onion mixed with the livers and with the meats, and oh, it's so good. I'm gonna go in for I need to cleanse my palate after that from the onions. That's why we have the ayran. It refreshes you, energizes you, and gets you going for that next bite. Okay, so next bite, as usual, let's grab a bit of meat. And then actually what I have here, you guys can see this, we've got a bit of the veg. Let's take a bit of pepper, some onions, and some tomatoes as well. Look at this. Ooh, look at this giant bite. Look at this. Oh, it's filled with onions, peppers. I'm gonna get a big chunk of the tomato. I just want to have it all in one bite. Check this out. Look, it's massive. Okay, I'm gonna devour all of this. I'm gonna put all of this in my mouth in one bite. So good. The veggies, they're grilled, they're charred a bit, so you get that taste of that flavor of it. And then the mixture of the green peppers with the onions and the tomatoes combine so well with the piece of meat, and you just get like this explosion in your mouth. And the variety, and what I love about this is every single dish, everything tastes different. Nothing is the same, and that is absolutely amazing for this giant feast. I'm gonna go in for my next bite. Okay, for our next bite, meat skewer. Just gonna get a bit of the parsley. I'm gonna dump it in with it, and I'm gonna just get a squeeze of lemon. We've got a bit of lemon here. Let's look at that. Ooh, just to get a little bit of flavor. Let's see what it tastes like. Well, now with this bite, you taste a lot of the meat, and just because you have that bit of parsley, it complements the meat and accentuates the taste of the meat. So you're not really tasting the parsley as much, even though it's very fresh, but you do get that flavor, the full-on effect of the meat. Absolutely amazing combination. I'm gonna go in for another bite. So what I do love is I love this bread because they've warmed it up before they gave it to me. I saw them do that. It's absolutely amazing. Now next bite, we've got a bit of the skewered meat over here. And what I want to go for is, here's what I have. I've got the platter with the pomegranate. You guys can see. I'm just gonna go in for a massive bite. Whoa, look at this. Insane. Wow. So delicious. You can taste a lot of that meat, but what really comes out in this bite specifically is how all the mushed up tomatoes and the spices and a bit of those veggies in there, and all the flavor mixes so well, and the meat gives it that contrast in your mouth when you take the bite, but you definitely do taste a lot of that veggies, and especially the pomegranate vinegar. So freaking good. Yo, so another thing, now what I want for this bite, I want to dig into a bit of this salad overall. Check this out. So freaking healthy. This is the salad that we saw him season and prepare earlier in the video, and it's a bunch of lettuce, cucumbers, and all of that. This bite is amazing, and I can see a lot of the sumac and just a bunch of different seasonings, and it's so refreshing compared to everything else. I don't think you can really have this with the meat, but it's so yummy. You need it on its own. It refreshes it. It just gives you a different taste than everything else you're tasting. Pretty much every dish does that. Okay, I need a bit of this. It needs to refresh all of this. There's like 50 different spices in my mouth. I need to cleanse this palate, wake myself up, get the appetite going for a bit more of this food. Oh wow, it's so sour but so yummy and cold. I want to eat all of this, and to be honest, it's not hard to eat all of this. It's quite light because there's a bit of bread which is quite thin, so it's not very filling, but all of this is veggies, so it's not really gonna, fill you up like a big bowl of rice or pasta. Chef is cooking over there. I still got a few more bit of items of meat, so look what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna hyperlapse this in a few moments in order for you guys to just watch me eat and dig into all this food in a 3, 2, 1, let's go. Well guys, food is done. It's all been devoured, as you can see. Finished it all. I'm absolutely full. I think you can even see that my energy dipped down a level or two because I'm so full. Ready to sleep. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go around, pay up. Yeah, because I have to. I'm not gonna leave here without paying. And I'll catch you guys in a bit. Well everyone, I'm just heading out of the place right now, wrapped it up. This dish in total, everything you saw, all the meats, they had cost around 53 Turkish liras, which is around maybe 8 USD. It was amazing value for money. I'm beyond full, as you can see, with the amount of bread and food that I just had. It's freaking delicious. I'd say definitely my preferred was the yogurt dish, the yogurt side dish, as well as the meat skewers. It was super yummy, it was super good. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you like and subscribe it, give some feedback just for the sake of the algorithm, so drop a comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.